Welcome, Chessies all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming to us from. I'm so glad you're here. We're so excited to be celebrating season 5 of Chesapeake Shores. Welcome to a live virtual event. Of course, celebrating season 5 of Chesapeake Shores, Hallmark Channel's hit series, premiering this Sunday, August 15th. I'm Deidre Behar from Entertainment Tonight. It's truly an honor to be here with all of you, joined by some of our favorite faces, the O'Briens themselves. Please help me welcome the cast of Chesapeake Shores, Treat Williams, who you know as Mick. Barbara, hi. Barbara Niven, who plays Megan. Laci J, Mailey, who plays Jess. Brendan Penny, who's Kevin. And Andrew Francis, who plays Connor.
Hi, everybody.
How's everyone doing? It's been a roller coaster of a year. Of course, we're still at home, but I see you smiling. And of course, I know you're excited about season 5 of Chesapeake Shores. How you doing?
Great. It's good to be home.
Yeah, you like being at home.
Yes, but we miss the island. It's hard because you're there and it's this beautiful, peaceful place. And then we have all this family around us, but we miss our other family. So it's kind of a catch-22, but good to be home.
I also miss an air-conditioned room. That was really nice.
Well, look, whether
we fireplace on, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
I want to jump right in because it's been a minute since the Chessies have been indulged with our favorite show, Chesapeake Shores. And, you know, I know in season 5, a huge theme is going to be new beginnings. So I kind of want to talk about where your characters left off in season 4 and kind of the trajectory moving forward into season 5. So, you know, Treat and Barbara, I want to talk really quickly about where we left things off as Mick and Megan's romance started bubbling up. And where do you see it going in season 5?
Take it away, Treat.
Have at it, Barbara.
Well, I think it is fun to be rekindling this thing. And when you come back together after being apart for a long time, you bring some of the old baggage. But then I just think every time she looks at Mick, she remembers, she gets the goosebumps and the heart goes pity-pat again. And I think fans are going to like the relationship and as it develops because we're both afraid to really bring it up because we don't want to mess what's happening, but man, it's nice. And let me tell you how wonderful it is to act opposite Treat Williams and to be able to do those scenes with him. I mean, it's just such an honor to work with this cast. Everybody brings such a wealth and depth of character and life experience to it, and we have a blast together, and it's fun. Everybody is so funny, something that we don't really see on camera as much, but everybody is just got huge personality. Like we crack each other up the whole time.
I mean, Treat, that's some high praise from Barbara Niven. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel good. I'm glad she answered because I don't remember where we left off.
See what I mean?
I just saw the writing and I said, "Oh, good, we're getting along. This is great." And it just got better as we went forward. But it's been a really. I'm speaking for myself. I've had more fun this year than any of the seasons. The writing is spectacular. The cast is in great spirits, and I think we all really knew we were doing something special this year.
Yeah, we have a new showrunner this year, Fief Sutton, who is multiple Emmy award-winning guy for what was it, Cheers and Boston Legal. So he brings such amazing writing and depth to us. It's intelligent, it's funny, and it's a real homage to like the old 30s movies. That's what Treat always keeps saying, right, Treat?
Yeah, there's a character he introduced called Mandrake. Is right. He's like a butler out of a 30s comedy, like out of one of those Cary Grant movies. But it's just really wonderful writing. And, you know, I think it's been a long time since I thought, I can't wait to get up in the morning and go to work and do this stuff. It's really, we all looked forward to it. It was so good.
Yep.
Okay, so Barbara, for fans who are really rooting for this Mick and Megan rekindling of the sorts, what can you tease for fans? How romantic are things going to get in season 5?
Well, in the very first episode, there's a little smooch, which was kind of fun. And we can't really reveal too much, but just suffice it to say that Megan watches Mick go through a lot of consternation with his business, and there's still the push pull, like how much do you reveal about how you feel, because maybe you're going to get rejected again, but oh my God, look at what would happen if maybe we just go all in. So there's a lot of exploration like that, like we do in real life. And I think the fans are going to be really excited about where it goes. But there's also some cliffhangers at the end too. So we can't give away too much, but it's going to be epic pretty much.
I like that word. I like that word a lot. I can't wait to watch as hopefully the romance continues to unfold. I want to pivot over to Brendan. Hi, Brendan.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
You know, I'm really excited to see what happens next with Kevin and Sarah. You know, they've opened up this conversation about starting a family, the challenges and the excitement and all of that comes with it. What can you tease about their family planning journey in season 5?
Yeah, I think, obviously with someone as lovely and as beautiful as Sarah is, Kevin's definitely excited to start a family. I think that I think that together they're really ready to take that next step, and I think that he's definitely been ready to kind of take on those challenges, and he obviously wants a very large family, coming from a very large family, which is it's maybe not met with such enthusiasm, but they kind of they take it in stride and they start to plan forward, and there's a lot of things that kind of go along with that you're just gonna have to watch and see.
I mean, are there challenges? Are there hurdles along the way? And how do they as a couple navigate that together?
Yeah, absolutely. The challenges are, I think that we both have different ideas of when we want to have kids, how many kids we want to have. And it's frustrating for one of the characters, I won't say who. And then there's also these other challenges of, I don't want to give anything away, but there's definitely a lot of challenges that come along with the planning and the, going ahead with having kids.
Okay. So as an objective fan of the show, remove yourself obviously from any bias. What would you want to see Kevin and Sarah's family look like?
Question.
I think, that they could start kind of an adventure pack family where we, they kind of go on and conquer the world one mountain climb at a time.
That's so romantic.
Kind of adventurous and that sort of thing. And I think that's kind of where Kevin really wants. He jokes a little around in the beginning of, having a starting lineup, that many kids. And I think that that's exactly where he would want to go. And, I just want to see them succeed. They're such nice people. They're great characters, and they're both very heroic. So, it'd be nice to see them succeed and kind of get everything they want. But of course, along the way, it'd be nice to see those struggles. So it's really worth it.
Do you think Kevin will have 5 kids like the family he came from?
Oh man, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. That's his goal.
Okay, cool. Well, as Kevin and Sarah begin this journey of family planning, Laci, I want to pivot to you. Jess is also in the throes of a very exciting time in her life. We left her as an engaged woman. I love a wedding. I love a Hallmark wedding. So I am hoping that you can indulge us and tell us, will there be a wedding episode this season?
Yes. This was Jess's best season ever. Planning the wedding with David. Obviously, the in-laws show up and stir the pot a little bit, so there's a little bit of drama. But filming this wedding was the most fun I've ever had filming anything.
Tell me.
We danced harder and laughed harder doing the wedding party than I've ever, I peed my Spanx, I'll tell you, and I'm not the only one. We were having so much fun. Yeah, I kept the Spanx, obviously. It was like a real wedding. It was stressful.
You look so beautiful in that dress.
I know. It was amazing. They did such a good job. They let me pick the dress. It was stunning. It was everything. It was emotional. Oh, yeah, and it took 2 days, so it was exhausting.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm flooded with questions. I mean, first off, what does Jess's dream wedding look like? Is it big? Is it romantic? Is it more outdoorsy and rustic? What can you tell us about the vibe?
Backyard, intimate, rustic, beautiful, fairy tale, everything you would need.
I have a question. That day on set, were there like real tears? I mean, I know that obviously Laci's playing a character, but seeing her in a wedding dress, did anybody get emotional?
Yes.
I think you cried.
And
We cried.
we got emotional too because at the very end there's this amazing drone shot that starts on Laci and all of us dancing to Irish music, and then it pulls out and it's magnificent. And you know the most magnificent part of it, where we got tears, was watching Treat Williams breakdance during that. You remember that?
Now, what kind of tears they were?
Yeah. He did Grease.
There
It
were
was
tears of
amazing.
shame, tears of shame. My family's.
You go.
And Andrew, you've
nailed
had a huge smile glued on your face ever since I brought up the word wedding. I mean, what are some of these memories that are coming back to you that you can tease for fans about that big episode?
Well, for the wedding, it was a beautiful wedding. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was on sort of the point and just with the house in the background. It was gorgeous. But for the dancing part, I was dancing with Gran. And so we would do about 6-7 takes. So by the end, Diane actually wasn't there for that portion of the dancing. So they had somebody else doing it, a stand-in of sorts. And she had an iWatch or an Apple Watch on. And after every time she would check her heartbeat, and it'd be up at like 140 beats per minute.
Yeah.
So we almost killed the dear woman, but she gave it.
Not we. Close to you, Andrew.
Not we, you.
Yeah, that's sort of a me thing. I
also, for all the ladies out there, if you're dancing with Andrew Francis, you better check your heart palpitations. That's what he does to you.
We all do.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hearing about breakdancing. I'm hearing about a lot of fun, but what I love about a wedding is like a real tearful moment. I mean, are there emotional moments? Are there speeches or Laci, is there a conversation maybe that Jess has with her sisters or something that you can tease that will really pull at our heartstrings?
I think the initial, like, take one of the wedding, we walked down the aisle. I walked down the aisle with Treat, and I wasn't expecting it, but it was like, whoa, like that was kind of the big moment for me, for Jess. It was like, I'm getting married and this is my dad and this is happening. And it was so emotional for me and Treat too, I think, a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm a big crybaby. That's easy. I'm a big crybaby. I went easily since I have a daughter who's 22, and now I'm hoping one day I'll be doing the same with her. So it was quite wonderful.
Good practice.
And I
for
love
you, Treat.
Laci, so it was so nice to have a moment with Laci. We didn't have much together this year, so that was really fun.
It's funny, when I was in, I got to watch on ADR. I got to see that moment, and I swear it almost made me well up a little bit too. And even though I'm in sort of a business mode and not really into the show, but it was just watching the tears on Laci's face and Treat welling up and stuff like that. I was like, oh man, this is emotional. It was really powerful.
Yeah, and Carlo too. Just you two were so beautiful. And Laci, how you managed to finesse that dress so much, because you had your hand in it. Do you remember when you're doing that and you're dancing? You really look like the Princess Bride. I just have to say, I think I kept saying that, but you really did look like the Princess Bride.
I didn't when I got home. Everything was like, so
I held it together. All says a lot.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Laci, well, let's leave fans with this. If you have to tease the wedding episode in 3 adjectives, what would you say?
Good question.
Magical, emotional, and perfect.
I cannot wait. I know it's going to be another epic Hallmark wedding moment. And Andrew, I want to pivot over to you. I want to talk about the Esquire. He's about to go on a fun new career journey. I want to know what lies ahead with this new job and the complications and excitement that come with it.
Yeah, Connor gets a great new job. He's working at a new firm, Denzer, Lewis, and Phelps. It's a tough one. We all had trouble with that line a little bit.
I can't believe you remember.
That's the one though. Denzer, Lewis, and Phelps. Yeah, he gets this great job, and he's given a lot of responsibility, which is really, really good for Connor, and he's just soaking it up. He's kind of in the place that he wants to be, and he starts to move up the ladder quite quickly, quicker than I even think that he thinks it's going to happen. But as he does that, he starts to notice some looks and some conversations happening sort of behind his back. Maybe he's not sure if he's being paranoid or not. So, he's getting all these responsibilities and he's moving up the ladder, but things may not be what they seem. So there's a little bit of mystery and a little bit of suspense there.
Is there one moment in season 5 that you're really excited for fans to see with Connor?
There most definitely is. It has to do with his job at Denzer,
Yeah.
Lewis and Phelps. I can't definitely give the information on that. It's about mid-season, but it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scene. There's 2 of us on here that are in that scene, and the way we play off each other and sort of the comedy that's laced into the scene just through our characters. Like a lot of times, you know, the jokes in past seasons have been, I'd say, kind of on the nose and they're right there, but a lot of the comedy comes from just character and situational. And in this sort of big, epic, almost mid-season finale, there's comedy mixed with drama, mixed with a little bit of a sting. It was super awesome to film, and had a great time.
And let us not forget your new love interest.
Well, Barbara, you could literally do this job. I was just about to say, what can you tease in terms of romance? I know he's a hardworking career guy, but is there time to find love?
Well, you know, I don't think he necessarily has time to find love, but he does have time for love to find him. And there is this new paralegal that starts working in the office, and as Connor is working hard, and you know, these sort of little looks and conversations are happening. This new paralegal comes in, and her name's Margaret. She's played by Raylene Harwood, and she's a fantastic actress, a fantastic person. And right away, there's some witty banter between them, and it seems like there might be a little bit of a spark there. And she also has sort of the inside scoop on Denzer, Lewis, and Phelps, and so she sort of helps Connor along in sort of, fielding this new situation at this new big firm with these sharks, as they're called.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we better buckle up. It sounds like Connor's in for a wild season. And I know we kind of talked about the 3 of the O'Brien siblings. Of course, Amelia and Meghan couldn't be with us here today, but we love them. We miss them dearly. And hopefully we'll chat with them at some point during the season. I am hoping, as members of the O'Brien family, that maybe you guys can tease a little bit about. First, let's talk about Brie. I mean, she went to London. Is she coming back? Are we going to find her back with family at the start of season 5? And where does her journey go?
Oh, she comes back. And she is with a couple of romances.
Did you say a couple romances?
Oh, yes. Am I allowed to say that?
Tell us. What
More than one. I can tell you. No, I can't. See, I don't know what I can say.
Let's just say she's got options. She's got options.
Somebody take over.
Okay, when she comes back, she happens to find herself in a new, exciting potential relationship with someone that would be kind of from her past, that would be not so great for her, but maybe they would work out. And then while that's trying to get figured out, someone else comes in that's a bit more suited towards her, and she's gonna have to kind of navigate that a bit.
Suffice it to say that this season there's a lot more romance for everybody, and some new Hallmark hunks are coming to Chesapeake Shores this year too. I mean, we already have you guys. You're amazing, but I think everybody's going to be really pleased. And the people that they have now cast and brought in are not only fantastic actors, but they fit right in as family. They're good people too. They belong on Hallmark. So.
We will get to the newcomers, but you're speaking my language here when you tease things like a possible love triangle, romances from the past sort of bubbling up. You know, with that, you know, with Brie, as she explores what's moving forward, I can't help but bring up Abby. You left us with the season 4 cliffhanger of all cliffhangers. We got that epic TRABBY kiss. And now we know moving forward, Jesse Metcalfe is not going to be part of the show, but can you kind of, set the record straight? Are we going to see him in season 5? And where does TRABBY end off?
TRABBY turns out to be a Trexit. Yeah.
Good. But it's because Jesse opted to go another way. And so we had, as I say, Faith Sutton and Hallmark, I think they brilliantly pivoted quickly. So Jesse's in the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
And then they brought in, just did an amazing pivot and brought in a storyline and character that is so different and yet so charming. And you're going to root for him. You're going to root for Abby. And they start out as Treat was saying, as an old 30s movie plot, like the old Kate Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, like at each other like this. And then, sometimes when you're mad at somebody and angry and maybe it's just the sparks happening and you're going to say, no, that's not happening, is it? So I think the fans will love the journey that happens.
Okay, and I do want to talk about Robert Buckley. He's a fantastic actor. I'm so excited about him coming on the show this season. Laci, you're Abby's on-screen sister. I'm just curious, for fans who are wondering, where is Abby's heart at right now? What can you tell us about that?
The whole season, it's Abby claims her heart is closed, and Jess is like, no, it's not. What about this guy? What about this? What about this? So Jess will always get the inside scoop. Jess knows everything. So,
She's the gatekeeper, of course.
She does.
Yeah.
And I really do think that, Robert coming onto the show and his character, it brought sort of a lightness and, just a breath of fresh air. They were able to sort of, Fief and Mark and Brian, everybody who was writing the episodes, they were able to sort of add this different element that the audience hasn't seen in past seasons, like a comedic element, but not trying to be funny. I mean, when I would read the scripts, I know all of us, we were all saying as soon as we got the scripts, we couldn't wait to read them. And I would laugh out loud, like genuinely gut laugh at the different characters that have been brought in and the different relationships. And that was a brand new thing. So not only does this season have the drama and the romance and everything that the past seasons had, but it has now this fun, bubbly energy that also includes drama and romance. So it's just become a much more layered show and a much more balanced show, I think.
And I think also, if I may jump in there, just the relationship between Abby and Rob's character is so much different than the relationship with Trace. And Trace has been, it's like a long time that they were together and that they knew each other, and it was very serious and it was almost tumultuous more than anything. Mm-hmm. And with Rob now, it's almost like a kid-like, refreshing love. Mm-hmm. And it's very playful, and it's really nice. I don't think that the audience has seen that side of her, and I think that the writers and Rob really brought out that. And Megan, of course, she's absolutely talented, but she's showing that side a bit more. And I think that it's, not having Jesse, of course, he's going to be missed, but it's also extraordinarily nice to have someone come in with such a new flavor, and it's not a replacement. It's a different storyline. And I think that the fans are really going to enjoy that. So there's not going to be any.
Yeah. And I think if the fans watch Abby giggle with Evan, I don't know about you guys, but I've never personally seen Meghan Ory just light up and laugh and giggle so much. She's got the giggle of all time, doesn't she? You don't expect that of her. She looks like she'd be this, like have a deeper giggle or something. She's goofy. And every character now has a greater depth this season. And just, I think that the writers dug into who we are and watched who we are more as people, as individual people, and they've added that layer to our characters too. So I think the fans are going to discover brand new depths to all of us and to the show and to the family than they've ever seen before in season 5.
Can I just add one thing that what's really wonderful, what's been great this year is that Abby joins Mick in the business. And,
yes.
And that was really wonderful because it gave Megan and I a chance to have some really great stuff together and to become partners. And her value to the family company is extraordinary. And so that's been a wonderful addition to make them the company together rather than just Mick's company.
Well, it sounds like you guys are delivering the most delicious and rich season possibly yet. Before we wrap up this conversation, I want to play a quick rapid fire game. I'm hoping that each of you can pinpoint the one must-see moment in season 5 of Chesapeake Shores that you are so excited for fans to see. Treat, let's start with you. You look like you're thinking hard.
I hate to say this, but it has to be with Gregory Harrison when we go camping together as brothers. It's not pretty, but it's very funny. I have to say there's a couple scenes in the camping thing that I'm very proud of. We had a lot of fun.
Okay, that sounds wild. I'm ready for it. Andrew?
A big moment in the season that I'm excited to see is actually the very last scene of the season. There's some stuff goes down this season, and you know, by the very end, it's a lot of stuff comes to a head. So I'm excited to see exactly where the season ends off.
Okay, so the final scene of season 5.
Yeah, I can't say anything more because so much happens on the way to get there. But
we got whiplash doing it, and I'm sure the fans will too.
Andrew gets to act up a storm. That's all I'm going to say.
And his hair always looks perfect, no matter what.
Right, the hair's always on point. Barbara, what's your must-see moment in season 5?
I personally loved filming a scene with Sarah, Jessica Sipos. It's like I had another daughter, and I think it's a universal theme that so many of us have gone through. I cannot tell you what it is, but I think it happens towards the end of the season. But oh my gosh, what a fine actress she is, and it's one of my favorite scenes ever. Just the two of us in it, just talking about women stuff and family, and how when you go through something, it teaches you how to find your own strength ultimately.
And I know Barbara can't say much more about that, but that scene was talked about. Like, I mean, we heard the next day, wow, this scene is powerful stuff. And that happened multiple times this season, you know, but that was one of them. It was like the next day, it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like everybody, you know, we can't say it was either laughing hysterically or crying hysterically. It was one of the two of those, but
everyone is hysterical.
Period. Hysterical.
I thought there was a day all throughout the season where we all said one of us really brought it yesterday, and the word gets out really quickly. And it was really wonderful, the support we had for one another. And I think every one of us had one of those moments given to us. Everybody took them and ran with them.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You're all powerhouses, truly. Brendan, I want to know your season 5 must-see moment.
For me, the must-see moment I want is I have a whole storyline with Captain of the Firehouse, Captain Gaffigan, or Gahagan, sorry. And there's one scene when I go to his house and I kind of discover what's going on with him, and I'm really excited to see that. That's a must-see, and I think that there's a lot of beauty and a lot of silence and a lot of stuff going on in that, and I think that the fans are really going to like that too.
Yeah.
Brendan acted up a storm in that one too.
Oh. Yeah. I have one more. I got to be in a bike race against Andrew, and guess who won? Sorry, Andrew.
Team Megan, yes.
Sorry, for real.
I want to put it out there. I want to say that I just want to say that we all could be accused on occasion of acting up a storm.
Yeah. For better or worse, yes.
And
there were quite a few treat scenes that were brought up the next day as well that were like, whoa,
my God,
everybody had them. Yeah.
They were saying, oh my God, he was so over the top. Do you believe it?
It really feels like such an ensemble. Like, why did it take us 5 seasons to truly gel as a family and an ensemble? For so many reasons, but I'm just so proud to be on screen and a part of this series with each one of you. You're my heart.
I gelled with you guys in season 1. What are you talking about? Like, wait.
What?
And Laci, we got to know your favorite must-see moment in season 5.
Andrew, you stole mine, but it's actually yours. I want to see the final scene. It's like the biggest cliffhanger we've ever had on the show. So I've heard all about it. I read it, but I want to see. I'm waiting for that.
And Andrew does stunts. If acting doesn't work out, you can always do stunts, babe.
No more.
Who knows if I do? Who knows if I don't? We'll see.
Yeah, we don't know.
Cliffhanger, stunts. If you had to describe the finale in a couple words, what would you say?
It's epic. It's absolutely epic. From the start of the episode to the last scene, it is epic.
Wow.
Whiplash.
My goodness. Okay.
Buffo. It's Buffo.
No.
You're aging us, Treat. I know what you mean.
Hey, man, we're doing throwback 30s stuff. I'm putting those words back in the show.
Yeah. Keep them alive and well. And listen, before I let you guys go, I want to play a really fun rapid fire game I affectionately call Chesapeake Shorsuperlatives. I'm gonna throw out a title, something that you'd see, maybe in a yearbook, and you tell me who from the cast in real life would be most likely to do these things, okay? Who would be most likely in real life to write their own screenplay or book?
Treat Williams.
Treat.
Treat.
Yeah,
Treat.
I think that's probably true. I just did a play that I wrote, so I think that's probably true.
I love it. What can you tell us a little bit?
I wrote a one-man show about Ulysses Grant, and I did it the last 2 and 3 nights ago in Massachusetts, and it went very well. So it looks like.
Do you have a link we could watch?
Yeah.
No, it was on stage.
No videotape, no iPhone.
It's a play.
No, good old theater.
It's a play. Eventually, we might film it, but
good.
Initial stage.
Anyway, we'll come see it. We'll have
Keep
a
it together,
family
Brendan.
reunion. We'll come see you.
Oh yeah, I'm on camera.
Who would be most likely to start their own band?
Andrew.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's already got the crystal things and the singing bowls.
Yeah, if a band made of just gongs and crystal bowls and some chimes, then I got it covered. Yeah.
Perfect. Who would be most likely to start a side hustle by opening up their own bed and breakfast?
That'd be Brendan.
So I'm doing it.
He's doing it right now.
You are?
Yeah,
And
my
he's
place
gonna
is up and running right now.
probably. Wow.
Brendan got his place up and running, and literally the moment that he did, the dings, 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 dings on his phone just would not stop.
Yeah.
It was booked in Brendan, in no time. And then he'd lose one and go, oh no, I lost, ding, and then be again taken. It was wild. What a
How's
beautiful adventure.
How's it going, Brendan?
It's great. It's going great. Yeah, it's fully booked.
Like, great.
Tofino, British Columbia. You can't go wrong. One of the prettiest places in Canada.
And Brendan, you have something to fall back on if this doesn't work out.
Well, thanks for putting that out in the universe, Tree. Always nice.
Brendan, I am curious, was your work on Chesapeake Shores at all influenced by your decision?
No?
What, Jess didn't inspire you?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, yes. But Laci has inspired me to be a better actor, so I think I'll just stick with that.
Good answer.
That's a great answer.
Who's likely to become the next great entrepreneur and start a business and just kind of flourish?
Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew's the busiest person. He can't sit still.
I have way too many businesses as it is. Yeah, I am quite busy.
Can you tell us a few, Andrew?
Yeah, well, I have obviously my acting, my voice acting, but I have a meditation business called Zen Den Meditation, where we do in-person classes and virtual classes through our app and our website. And then I've just sort of taken a big dive into producing. We have a call at 3:30 today to sort of ink a big movie with a big movie star who's in it. And so I've been sort of going down that venture as well. So keep myself nice and busy. Yeah, in between seasons.
Do you sleep?
I do, but I have 2 new dogs and my girlfriend, so I sleep on just a little sliver of the bed. But yes, I get some sleep.
I know that one.
And Andrew, as you continue into your production foray, how likely are you to hire your esteemed Chesapeake Shores co-stars?
I am very, very likely. Some of the projects are Hallmark, and some of them are for other networks and are a little bit more gritty. So I expect to go around to all the people. I mean, we all love each other. After this 5 years, we've gelled so much that the opportunity to work with like these people is top notch. So they would be the first people that I would go to.
I like that answer. And here's my last one. Who's most likely to buy a boat and live happily on the open seas?
Treat.
Me.
Who?
Definitely me. Don't even try to compete. Maybe Treat, but me.
Tell me why.
Brendan and I will go together because
Yeah, me and Treat together. There you go.
Brendan and I both grew up on the water, so we're both water babies. I think we'd go together. We'll get a boat
Best
together.
friends on a boat.
Well,
Yelling at each other.
I love it.
Speaking of boats, I'm actually headed to Tofino this weekend, and I'm staying on a 42-inch boat just in the bay outside of Brendan's place. So hopefully, I'm going to see him.
You are?
Yeah.
Are there going to be many drones? Just curious.
If there are, I'll keep my eye on them, as you know. Too.
That's right.
There's a shot from season 3 where a drone is going over our boat, and Treat caught me literally doing this towards the drone, trying to suck up camera time, and I have not been able to live it down since. So
yeah, but your hair was perfect.
I have a feeling the hair is always perfect.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I
both treat the same way. I mean, Brendan, you too. You want
like father, like son.
They keep spraying me and combing me. I want it to fall around, but they keep coming over and pushing it back and all that. So I stopped fighting it.
Yeah, Andrew this year has told me that his hairline is getting lower and lower, and mine is getting higher and higher.
I
That's
did say
a
that.
brotherly thing to say.
His hair is so good that as soon as we wrapped, I had to cut mine off.
Wow.
And my eyebrows are about to connect with my hairline, so
Yeah, that's right.
it's having to get weird. Yeah.
Listen, I have to tell you, there's obviously a lot of great hair on Chesapeake Shores, but I have to tell you, in the short amount of time that I've spent with you fine folks today, there's a lot of love also between this cast. It's so obvious that you guys are not just a family on Chesapeake Shores, but very much off. And I encourage all of the Chessies that are watching right now to become part of this family. You have to tune in this Sunday, August 15th, 8 p.m., Hallmark Channel. These people are bringing their A game, and I cannot wait to see what happens in season 5. Thank you all so much for your time.
Can we also ask Deidre to have people live tweet with us during the show and
Of
just
course.
use the hashtag Chessies and at Hallmark Channel, and we every single episode we all jump on, and it's so much fun for us to watch and live tweet with all of you guys, and we wouldn't be here without their fans. We're so grateful.
Hashtag Chessies all day long. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you.
See ya.
Bye.